You need to have something deeper than the woman that you are chasing. She cannot be the most important thing in your life, or else she will feel that and she will be disgusted by you. She might be attracted to your appearance, but if you don't have that masculine aura about yourself, then she's not going to stick around for a long time. She'll probably be going like that. Because without that masculine frame, without that masculine energy, then there won't be any basis for attraction in the first place. Yo, what's up, YouTube? So in this video, we are going to be talking about how to hold a masculine frame. How to hold a masculine frame. And I want to start off this video by talking about sexual polarity, because I feel like that's a topic that's oftentimes overlooked in this day and age. It's quite often overlooked. And the thing about it is that men and women, we both have innate sexual polarities within us. We have a sexual essence within us. Most of us are either innately masculine or innately feminine. And we can still exhibit, even if I'm a masculine man, I can still exhibit feminine qualities in short bursts, but that's not my primary essence. And it's the same way with the feminine woman. Like, even if she's a feminine woman, she can still exhibit masculine qualities. But overall, the world as a whole, over the last 50, 60 years, we've been pushing for more equality between the sexes. It led to women becoming more independent and becoming more masculinized, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing in the political sense and in the workplace sense, because it made them more equal. But what we need to realize is that in order for there to be any type of sexual energy in the relationship space, there needs to be differences between the sexes. There has to be. Without those differences that are innate within us, all of the energy just drains out of the sexual component of the relationship. It doesn't work. So because of that ever increasing push for the feminization of men and the masculinization of women, that's carried over into the relationship world, and it's causing relationships to become fizzled out and to have no sexual energy within them. And that makes it seem like more of a roommate situation rather than a sexually charged partnership. And that's all linked to sexual polarity, because when the man isn't masculine and the woman isn't feminine, then we become two alike, and alikes don't attract. It's like you have a magnet. There needs to be a positive magnet and a negative magnet. And if they're both positive, they'll just fall apart. If they're both negative, they'll just fall apart. But when you have that positive magnet and that negative magnet, they snap together. And it's the same exact way in relationships. When you have that masculine pole and that feminine pole, we just magnetize to one another. We can't help it. But like I was saying, because of society's ever increasing push for the balancing of the sexes and the equality of the sexes, which isn't a bad thing, but it just doesn't carry over to the relationship world. It works politically, it works in the workplace, but it does not work when it comes to relationships. We need to have our differences. Women typically in relationships, feminine women don't want to constantly be leading. They want to just release themselves and surrender to your mission and to your purpose. They want to feel that you have the confidence and the strength to lead them in the right direction. And again, that's just one example of the masculine and feminine polarities. It goes so much deeper than that. But that kind of creates the context, and it paints the picture of why you need to even have a masculine frame in the first place. Because without that masculine frame, without that masculine energy, then there won't be any basis for attraction in the first place. She might be attracted to your appearance, but if you don't have that masculine aura about yourself, then she's not going to stick around for a long time. She'll probably be going like that. And a lot of women nowadays, they say that their men are too wimpy, and they're too soggy. Like they have no backbone. They're just wiggling through space, and they don't take up any. They have no essence. They have no power and energy about them. They don't have the fire blood. And I think that is at the core of the masculine frame, is just that energy that makes us men, that's deep within our core. But the question is, how do you get that back, and where does that come from? In my personal experience, I would say that is rooted in simply having a purpose and a mission in your life. Because when you have a deeper purpose beyond the woman, then you won't make her a priority, and she will feel that in your interactions. Because women are they are cognizant of what are they're very cognizant of these subtle energies that occur within relationships. And when you are a man that is fully rooted within your mission and fully rooted within your purpose, and you are pursuing something great in your life, then she will feel that. And that brings fire to the relationship. That brings fire to your presence. That makes you deeply rooted within yourself, so that you can't be moved by her complaining, and you can't be moved by anything that she does, because as you are, you know that you are enough. You don't need her in your life. And that's not in a douchey way. It's not in a fuckboy way, but you know that as you are is enough. You don't need anyone in your life. So when you have that deeply rooted purpose about yourself, and you are chasing goals in life, and you are chasing a mission in life, it is going to be natural for you to uphold a masculine frame with women. It's just going to come naturally. Every now and again, you might need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm falling out of place right now. I'm getting distracted, and pull yourself back into it. But at the root, at the core, a masculine frame is all about having deeply held values and deeply held mission, and having a purpose to your life, because that is what makes us men. Women tend to be more focused in the aspects of love and relationships and things along those lines, whereas men, stereotypically, we tend to be more focused on purpose and mission and the search for conquest and for growth. And when you have that in your life, you will naturally obtain and uphold that masculine frame. It's going to be a natural part of who you are. Even speaking for myself personally, I noticed that a couple years back, when I didn't have any type of mission in my life, I would always make women the priority. And that led to them breaking my heart time and time again, because as soon as they realize that they are the only thing going on in your life, they lose respect for you like that. Their pussy just dries up instantaneously. But when they can feel that you have other things going on in your life that are more important to you than they are, that makes them realize that you are a man who is on a purpose, and a man who is truly masculine, unashamed to be masculine. You embrace it. And they can't help but be attracted to that. They might say that they want to be the most important thing in your life, but trust me, they do not. They don't. Because what happens when you have a man who makes the woman the entire priority of his life? What usually happens? They get disgusted. Look at Will Smith. He's committed to pleasing Jada, and he slapped Chris Rock about her. And what does she do? She cheats on him. She makes him look like a fucking joke. And that's a perfect example of what happens when you make the woman your priority, rather than making your mission and your purpose your priority. So again, if you want to have more of a masculine frame in your life, you need to focus on instilling mission and purpose into your life. Find the reason behind why you exist. And that's going to be a continual process. What you think is your reason for existence as a young man is going to develop over time. What you're pursuing when you're 20 years old is not going to be what you're pursuing when you're 25 or 30 or 45 or 60. that will be a continual process of maturing. And it's almost like like an onion. It's like you go through these stages of growth and these stages of self-development. And as you go through that, you get closer and closer to what your core purpose and your core mission is. But you have to get started somewhere. And as you get started on that process, that will put you into more of a masculine frame in every aspect of your life, both with women and with your family and with your friends. It carries over into every aspect of your life because your energy is infectious. Your aura is obvious to anyone around you, not just women. Anyone can see it. Anyone can see it. Even when I talk to people who I knew a couple years back now, like before I had any type of, focus in my life, they always comment that I just seem different. And that makes me happy. It makes me really happy because, again, when you have that purpose and when you have that mission, it makes you different. It makes you carry yourself differently. It makes you stand up tall. It makes you talk differently. It makes you respond to disrespect differently. It makes you just a different person overall. And I feel that the red pill and the black pill folks out there have kind of made the masculine frame into a almost cringeworthy idea, because I don't think that you always need to be so stoic. You don't need to be like just nah, like it's not that fucking deep. Like you can laugh, you can have fun, you can smile. You don't need to always be just, you don't need to be stoic all the time. As long as your woman knows that you are a man on your purpose and that you can be trusted to hold true to your core, then she will have respect for you, period. Period. If she's a quality woman and if she's a feminine woman, then she will have respect for that. She will. So you don't need to hold yourself to some ridiculous standard of never smiling and never laughing and never doing anything, because it's all about balance. Like you can, being a masculine man in your masculine frame should be the core of your essence. But beyond that, you can still exhibit feminine qualities. Like that's a healthy individual. You need to be fully integrated between your masculine and your feminine. And it's funny to talk about. And it's funny to talk about that in a masculine frame video. But again, a lot of men try to take it to an extreme where they like can't even laugh and they can't even fucking smile. Like stop being a weirdo, dude. Like it's not that deep. You can be a masculine man and still have emotions. But anyways, the main idea of this video is that if you want to have a more masculine frame in your life, you need to find the purpose in your life. You need to live life by a mission. You need to have something deeper than the woman that you are chasing. She cannot be the most important thing in your life, or else she will feel that and she will be disgusted by you. So that is the key to building a stronger masculine frame about yourself. Do the work, and I will see you on the next video. And never forget that consistency creates kings. Peace out.